country back to business.
We're starting rejuvenation of our economy again in a safe and structured and very responsible fashion.
He says that 29 states could be ready soon and that the governors will now call the shots, as Dr. Fauci warns of a difficult path forward.
Let's face it, this is uncharted water. There may be some setbacks that we may have to pull back a little and then go forward.
New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. all extend their shutdowns well into May.
Stay-at-home backlash. With 22 million filing for unemployment, protests growing. Americans desperate to get back to work. 4 county sheriffs in Michigan saying they will not fully enforce shutdown orders. Their governor, Gretchen Whitmer, joins us live.
Dr. Oz apologizes, sparking outrage after suggesting schools should reopen despite the death rate.
It might be a trade-off some folks would consider.
Now the TV doctor saying he misspoke.
Potential breakthrough. COVID-19 patients in Chicago given that Ebola drug remdesivir and then discharged just days after being admitted to the ER. The new report this morning.
Harry and Meghan step out. The couple giving back to their community in Los Angeles, and the prince opening up about his life during the pandemic.
And sharing the love. Some of the biggest stars on the planet thanking our healthcare heroes, from Demi Lovato to Ariana Grande. Plus that surprise performance from Beyonce and the powerful High School Musical mashup with a big message.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. It's great to have you all with us on this Friday morning. You see all the stars there sharing the love. And I'm sharing the studio with Amy this morning.
Oh, thank you. We were sharing the love last night, though. It was so fun to have the sing-along. All of our, we were all gathered around the TV set singing. It was great. All right, it's always nice to start Friday with some good news, and we've got some for you. Take a look at this. That is 98-year-old Rita being cheered on by the hospital staff in Pennsylvania after beating the coronavirus. She was there for 17 days. Awesome. So we are so excited for all of them. Big 2 thumbs up for her. All right, George is joining us from home now.
Good morning, guys. And that is such great news we're seeing there with Rita. You know, she's one of the nearly 55,000 people in the United States who have now officially recovered from COVID-19 out of nearly 670,000 confirmed cases. And here in New York, Governor Cuomo has issued an executive order for residents to wear face masks in public. That's going to go into effect tonight at 8 p.m. Michael?
All right, George, we're going to begin with the latest on those new White House guidelines to get the economy moving again. Whit Johnson starts us off in Times Square this morning. Good morning, Whit.
Michael, good morning to you. President Trump says that some states could surprise us and begin reopening before May 1st, pointing to new data saying that 30% of counties in the U.S. have reported no new cases of coronavirus in the last 7 days. But the states will ultimately decide, and hard-hit areas like New Jersey and New York will have to wait.
President Trump unveiling his plan to open up America again, saying 29 states could be ready soon, but governors would call the shots.
We're starting rejuvenation of our economy again in a safe and structured and very responsible fashion.
As the pandemic grips the nation, the guidelines enable states to open slowly in phases. The first phase after they see a 2-week decline in the number of people with COVID symptoms and in the percentage of people testing positive for the virus. Some businesses could begin returning to work, but still encouraging telework from home when possible.
We are not opening all at once, but one careful step at a time.
Phase 2, non-essential travel, schools, youth activities, elective surgeries can resume. Even some restaurants, bars, and movie theaters could reopen with proper social distancing measures. And in Phase 3, unrestricted staffing at job sites, along with visits to senior care facilities and hospitals.
Well, let's face it, this is uncharted water. There may be some setbacks that we may have to pull back a little and then go forward. But, John, the direct answer to your question, I do see us getting more towards normal.
The guidelines come as New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. extend their shutdowns until at least May 15th.
What happens after then, I don't know. No political decisions, no emotional decisions. data and science. We're talking about human lives here.
New York coordinating with 6 other states to plan for reopening. A similar alliance out west with California, Oregon, and Washington. And now a new coalition of 7 Midwestern states, including Ohio, where the governor announced a plan for some businesses to reopen on May 1st.
We're a two-front war now. Got to keep safe. Got to protect the most vulnerable. Same time, got to start moving this economy back forward. We got to do both things at once, and we can do that.
Amid a growing consensus that more testing is needed, a potential breakthrough. The first saliva test to be authorized by the FDA is now underway in New Jersey, instead of patients being swabbed through the nose.
And completely mitigates the risk of our healthcare professionals getting infected.
We're going to have to figure out what went on here. Did they take all the steps necessary up front with protective equipment for the staff? Did they make sure they put everyone, segregate out those who were positive?
In Andover, New Jersey, a grim discovery inside this 500-bed nursing home. 68 residents have died at the facility since January. Almost half are confirmed to have died from the virus, along with 2 nurses.
We do not know if she's still with us. Unfortunately, she could be one of those bodies that they let pile up.
The nursing home's owner saying in a statement, the health and safety of our residents and staff is our utmost priority and responsibility. Ownership and administration is working around the clock to ensure we are able to resolve the pandemic.
Now, with so many suffering, we do have a positive milestone to report from a hospital that we've been following for weeks. Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn tweeting that 500 patients with COVID-19 have been safely discharged and congratulating their healthcare heroes for the amazing work they do every day. We have witnessed that work firsthand, truly incredible, and also encouraging to see that so many people are also getting better. Amy?
That's right, Whit. We're so thankful, and we'll take any bit of good news we can get at this point. We appreciate it. Well, the public is growing more pessimistic, however, about a return to normal life anytime soon. In our new ABC poll with Ipsos, 31% of people who say their daily routine has been impacted by the pandemic now believe a return to normal will come by June 1st. That's down from 44% just 2 weeks ago. So many Americans now living with uncertainty as those jobless numbers skyrocket. Another 5.2 million Americans filing for unemployment last week, pushing jobless claims to 22 million in just the last 4 weeks. Alex Perez has more now from Michigan on how some people are pushing and protesting to get back to work. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Amy. They make parts for the big automakers at this plant behind me here. Just this week, many employees here learned they will become like millions of other Americans indefinitely without a paycheck. The frustration, it seems everywhere, is growing. Across some parts of the country this morning, growing protest.
I'd rather die of COVID than live in this.
In Richmond, Virginia, people desperate to get back to work. And in Alabama, some businesses planning to defy state orders and reopen today.
I'm fully aware of the risks that I'm taking.
Here in hard-hit Michigan, where the unemployment rate is now a staggering 25%, the third highest in the nation, Cassandra Archer was laid off 4 weeks ago. She has yet to get any answers.
I've called their number that they said over 100 times, more than one day, and I will get through, I'll get on hold, and then maybe 20 minutes goes by, and then I'll be hung up on.
Renee Danzel is a mother of 3. Her husband was recently laid off, and she says it doesn't seem like Whitmer is keeping her promises.
Whitmer said that she was going to have our back. She was going to, implement these new policies. And it seems like we can't get through to just the government agencies. When there's no money in your bank account and you can't talk to somebody on the phone, it's very scary. You don't know what tomorrow looks like.
4 northern Michigan sheriffs saying they will not fully enforce Whitmer's executive orders aimed at slowing the spread of the virus. In a joint statement, the sheriffs wrote, "While we understand her desire to protect the public, we question some restrictions that she has imposed as overstepping her executive authority." And Governor Whitmer says she's teamed up with other Midwest governors. They will determine when it will be safe to reopen the economy here in the region. George?
Thank you, Alex. And we are joined now by Governor Whitmer. Governor Whitmer of Michigan, thank you for joining us this morning. I want to begin with your reaction to the White House guidelines we saw last night. How do you intend to use them?
Well, I think for the most part, they are commensurate with, what we're all thinking, that this has got to be coming in stages, that testing is really important. I would say one of the shortcomings of the guidelines, though, is that one of their gating requirements is that there's testing for high-risk healthcare workers. We have to have a heck of a lot more robust testing than just high-risk healthcare workers. Absolutely, they should be tested, but we should be able to administer a test to anyone who has symptoms, ideally to people who've been around people who have symptoms, and in the best case scenario, just doing them broadly so that we really get a handle on where COVID-19 is and where the threats are. That's, I think, one of the shortcomings of the guidelines, and that's precisely why we governors have banded together, both sides of the aisle, to say we're going to be looking at metrics, we're going to be sharing best practices, we are going to be having an open dialogue, because COVID-19 doesn't respect state line, it doesn't respect party line, and we're all in this together.
Well, one of the governors you're working with in that Midwest Compact is, of course, Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio. He said that in their state, they expect to begin relaxing some of the restrictions on May 1st. Do you believe you'll be able to do that as well in Michigan?
Well, here in Michigan, we've had to be really aggressive. We've got the third highest death rate in the country right now. We are not the third highest state. We have a unique crisis that is playing out here, and we need a unique solution. And so banding together is a good thing, because we're going to work regionally, and we're going to share intelligence, and we're going to make informed decisions. But it doesn't mean that each of us is going to take the exact same steps. I do hope to have some relaxing come May 1st, but it's 2 weeks away, and the information and the data and our ability to test is changing so rapidly. It's hard to tell you precisely where we'll be in a week from now, much less two. But we are looking very carefully at making sure that each decision we make is supported by the science, by the facts, and is in the best interest of the health of the people, because that's ultimately what matters to our ability to ramp up our economy again and avoid a second wave, which would be devastating.
Obviously, the economic and political pressures building in your state. We've all seen those protests. And Alex Perez just reported on the several sheriffs who now said you've overstepped your authority with these stay-at-home restrictions. Your response?
Well, 4 sheriffs out of 83 sheriffs making a point, that's fine. You know what? I can take it. If it makes people feel better to take their frustrations out on me, that's fine. All I ask is let's not get overly political here. Let's focus on the public health. I'm the governor for almost 10 million people. I represent and want to protect every one of them, whether they supported me politically or not, or they were even disengaged. That's my job, is to protect the people of Michigan, and that's precisely what I'm doing with each of these orders. They weigh heavily on me. I know that when I close bars, there are going to be people who are laid off. When I pull kids out of school, there are kids who aren't getting the education they need or the meals that they've come to rely on. And each one of these weighs heavily. There's a price that's paid, and I know that there are a lot of businesses and people that are hurting right now. But the fact of the matter is, it's better to be 6 feet apart right now than 6 feet under. And that is the whole point of this. We've got to save lives. Every life matters.
Governor Whitmer, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
And as millions of unemployed Americans face the difficult situation of not being able to pay for food, farmers are also facing a nightmare as they're forced to dump unsold food. This while several major meat processing plants are struggling to keep up due to sick workers. Matt Gutman has the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. And the outbreak at one of those plants is the single largest outbreak in the entire country right now. And analysts tell us pretty soon we're going to start to feel the ripple effects in supermarket aisles like this.
This morning, the nation's food industry reeling. 2 of America's 8 biggest outbreaks taking hold in meat processing plants. Nearly 650 employees at the massive Smithfield pork processing plant in South Dakota testing positive for COVID-19. The outbreak so significant, the CDC responding to the scene. And in Iowa, Tyson Foods confirming that 2 of its employees have died from the virus. At least 148 have been infected. Both plants closed. Employees in South Dakota protesting unsafe working conditions, and with several major plants shuttered, experts warning of ripple effects.
When you disrupt
the front of the supply chain, it ultimately disrupts the back end of the supply chain.
The poultry industry also hit. 2 million chickens being put down in Delaware because Delaware Poultry Inc. says there aren't enough employees to take care of them. Tyson says it's put up these plastic shields, and Purdue's chairman describing multiple protections.
When our associates come to work now, they go through a temperature check with an infrared sensor, sanitize their hands, they put on gloves, they put on masks.
But extra costs of protection and the slowdown could soon hit consumers.
You see all these people waiting to get into a supermarket, and given what has happened with Smithfield and with Tyson, how long could it be before there is an impact at a supermarket like this?
I think this can be as soon as next couple of weeks. We can see the shortages, especially in the pork categories.
And it's not just meat, but it's also produce and prepackaged foods where we could see some vulnerabilities. And analysts tell us the reason for that is they all require manual labor to get onto the shelves and present here. And we are told we could expect disruptions into June and July. Amy.
My goodness. All right, Matt Gutman, thank you. Well, now to the big star-studded moment trending overnight, the Disney family sing-along. Beyoncé stunning audiences across the country with that surprise appearance. The stars of High School Musical reuniting for an epic performance of We're All in This Together. Plus, this beautiful rendition of A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes.
Have faith in your dream.
Michael Bublé, Demi Lovato, both singing there and thanking our healthcare heroes who are battling on the front lines against the coronavirus. It was so nostalgic. It was so beautiful, and it was. I think everybody was just filled with gratitude seeing all of those signs, young and old, saying thank you to the healthcare heroes and the frontline heroes out there. It was beautiful.
Perfect songs for what we're going through, and I love they put the words at the bottom, so if you didn't know them, you can still sing along and have a good time.
It helped us. We were shouting to the TV the whole night. It was great.
All right, it's good to have no neighbors.
That's true.
All right, everybody, we're following a lot of other stories this morning, including why Dr. Oz is apologizing for what he said about school children and coronavirus.
And the potential breakthrough, the promising new report on that Ebola drug, remdesivir, being administered to COVID-19 patients. But first, let's check things out with Ginger, who is at home, and I see a lot of snow back there.
Yes, Amy, that spring snow has been flying for a lot of people. It's flying this morning in Chicago, but look at the pictures out of Iowa. From Iowa through Nebraska, 6 to 12 inches of snow fell. It's now moving into the Northeast as we kick off our weekend. Most of the coast is going to stay rain, but I want to bring you the severe storms forecast because Sunday, the same area that was so impacted by those tornadoes last Sunday is at it again. Louisiana to Georgia, I need you to be on the lookout on Sunday. Damaging winds. Remember, Mississippi had an EF4 tornado that now we know was more than 2 miles wide. That is the third widest tornado on record. And now you're going to get potential for tornadoes again. That area highlighted all the way through Atlanta needs to be on the lookout on Sunday. All right, let's get to the weekend forecast now, brought to you by Toyota.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. We know how important it is to have a safe, reliable vehicle right now, so Toyota is here to help. For your peace of mind, many of our service centers are open. If you need to replace your vehicle, Toyota will defer your payments for 90 days. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a no-cost maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
Good morning, Washington. Wow, what a cold start. Definitely going to need the jacket here through the early morning hours, but pretty decent for the afternoon. We'll hit a high today of 62. That's at 4 p.m. But notice all those clouds. Rain moves in after 9 p.m. pretty late this evening, and it's out of here late Saturday morning. However, for Saturday, it's going to be breezy. The high 57, best day out of the weekend. Now Sunday, as we get up to 65 degrees, dry for the daylight hours. Next weather maker, early part of next week, Monday.
Pandemic, plus how he and Meghan are giving back to their community in LA. Stay right there. We will be right back.
It is an understatement to say that I was extremely worried. I was overwhelmed and I didn't know where to begin.